All right, we've been waiting for this day, huh? Joining us now from Charlotte, North Carolina. For the first 2 weeks were somber. Didn't get a win. Now we finally get a big win against a big division opponent. Coming off a win against the New Orleans Saints, joining us, Baker Mayfield. Baker, how you doing, man?
Oh, much better than last week.
Yeah.
Happy Victory Monday.
Hey, how was it? How was the atmosphere in Charlotte? Was it awesome?
It was good. Yeah, I mean, weather's been cooling off a little bit, so it was football weather, true football weather. Atmosphere was great. I think just how the defense played really got the crowd going too. So it was a fun atmosphere to be in. Like you said, tough division opponent. So coming out of there with a win and having three takeaways is pretty sweet. So we're happy about that. A lot of the things that we emphasized during the week also, came to light. So that we're happy about, the things that we're talking about are actually, not just words, it's actions as well.
You look at Christian McCaffrey, right? To have a healthy, dynamic back like that.
Yeah.
And I think this league has transitioned, right? Everybody's so enamored with you got to put up points, you got to do all this crazy stuff. You guys haven't started necessarily tremendously fast, right? Like you have the first quarter, you kind of feel your way out. That can change, though. Is there a level of concern with that, or is it like, hey, like no, we're trying to establish our run game. We're trying to get the ball in our best player's hand, as opposed, the first couple of weeks where he's not touching the ball as much. You want to get a flow for him. Is that become a concerted effort?
Yeah, we definitely have been making sure that's where we're starting is find ways to get the ball in 22's hands and manufacture those touches early just to get him in a rhythm. And we're also just running the ball extremely well right now. So not only just getting him touches, but just sticking to what we're good at right now. And the frustrating part that we haven't started well is we've been absolutely atrocious on third downs. So I take a lot of blame for that one. But we just have to be way more detailed and just our pass game. Just at the tops of routes, just making a point to stick it, come back to the ball. I got to put the ball in better places. But yeah, right now it's feed 22, and there's nothing wrong with that until teams really do stop it.
Hey, so big win in the division. You're 1-0. You got to feel good about that. Now we get the Arizona Cardinals this week, another 1-2 team. You get to 2-2. Whoever wins this game gets to 2-2. You got to be feeling pretty good about yourself. What extra measures and kind of what approach you guys going to take to practice this week, and just getting ready to come out on all cylinders, like Drew said, and starting fast?
Yeah, I mean, last week was by far our best week of practice. Just guys were extremely dialed in on just executing and doing their job. Nothing more, nothing less. Just focus on what you have to do. And so I think carrying over that same mindset, we practice really hard. And so I think nothing different when it comes to preparation for us. Execute, practice, really, really know our own game plan. And, like I had mentioned to you guys last week, I think we had been overthinking a lot instead of just going to play ball and focusing on what we're supposed to do. So I think that needs to carry over.
You're measured by wins and losses, right? In this league, we talk about it. Everybody knows it. They understand it. And one number that usually determines that is the turnover ratio. And again, we talked about this last week with going against a Saints team against a quarterback that has historically turned the ball over more than anybody, right? Protecting the football is the utmost important. Sometimes people lose sight of that. But being +2 in the turnover battle, essentially +3 because of that pick that didn't matter at the end of the game there.
Yeah.
Is that something that is going to be imperative moving forward for you guys as you try to win football games and, again, create a culture of establishing the run on offense? But when you see your defense playing that way, you've got to mentally probably adjust a little bit as a quarterback.
Absolutely. And to me, it's don't do things to lose the game for us, and that's turnovers are the biggest stat for that. So, obviously you want to eliminate negative plays. You want to take care of the ball, but just even more hyper focused on it because of how our defense is playing. They're going to get stops, and when they do get down in the red zone, they're holding teams to field goals or they're blocking field goals right now too. So it's just being aware of just where we're at in the flow of the game, just taking care of the ball, and it's you mentioned the run game. Being able to run the ball when teams know you're running the ball, that's not something everybody can do. And right now, I think we're able to do that.
leading into this week, listen, I think not many people realize how much better of a feeling it is walking into the football facility Monday after a win versus a loss. Just talk about, first of all, what was the feeling like walking in with the boys? Because I know you guys got a relatively young team, and just kind of how you can manage expectations as to kind of just keep going.
Yeah, I thought, we had our team meeting and reviewed the film earlier. I thought everybody handled it just about as good as we could. Showed some of the highlights of things the guys did well that not everybody notices as everybody does. But the film was, there were some harsh critics in there, and everybody's, that's what I do love about this team is in our meetings, it's not just the coaches talking. Players are very vocal when the film's on about how, if they took a wrong step or, if my ball location and my footwork's off, stuff like that. So I think it's a very, very accountable group, and nobody was, everybody's happy with the win. Don't get me wrong. It's well known in our locker room that it's hard to win in this league. So don't take that for granted. But there was definitely a lot of criticism in the room today, but no hard feelings. We just have to continue to get better because the passing game right now is nowhere near where it needs to be. We have to be way better. So that it was definitely a decent meeting to harp on that.
Yeah, but I think from our perspective, right, understanding the game and the game within the game, right? Sometimes people look at that and say they're just out of sync, they're doing all these things. But there's so many responsibilities a quarterback has on his plate. There was 2 instances in the game on Sunday that I thought you did a phenomenal job that to the naked eye, the casual fan, they would have never noticed. I want to talk about one, and I'll let AQ talk about the other one because it's the run game. But as a quarterback, you take pride in being able to change protection, be able to pick up pressures, especially against a team that pressures as well as the New Orleans Saints have. That touchdown pass that you threw to Laviska
Shenault. You'll get it one day.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Laviska Shenault. You know what? He keeps making plays like that. I'll damn sure know his name and say it with pride and throw the junior on there as is deserved. So my apologies to Laviska. That will not happen again. It just needs to happen in real time. But in saying that, 2nd and 10, you change the protection to be able to pick up the blitz. You get the ball to him in space. That is something that people don't necessarily understand. On film or on TV, it just looks like a screen. Can you take us through that play?
Yeah, so we got a quick game play out of a 1-by-3 formation, so tight end upside over there. Really a kind of a man zone read for me. But when I get up to the line, just looking at just the displacement of the defense. There you go. Throw a displacement word in there. It's Drew's favorite word when talking about defenses. It just how the safeties are lined up, realizing that my only problem would be DeMario Davis. So just line was going right, remiked it, got it back over to him, and they did bring pressure, so we were protected. And was reading that play inside out. Laviska was the number 3 receiver on the inside, had just a shoot flat route, and number 2 DJ Moore had a slant. And so I'm supposed to read the slant to the flat, but the way they pressured, it looked from my standpoint, PJ Williams, the safety 26, was running out to come over and help. And I thought he was going to take DJ away, but he was actually running to cover Laviska. So he was just wide open, popped for me, gave it to him in space, and he did the rest. Robbie had a good block as soon as he caught that ball and made it easy on me. But yeah, protection point, those are the things that, it's not noticeable to normal people watching the game, but
we're not normal. Don't worry. We're not normal.
AQ's definitely not normal. But those are the good feelings. Like when you fix a protection, you're picked up, it makes you feel comfortable in there to be able to go down the field. And it's also great when you throw a flat route for a touchdown.
Same thing with the run checks, right? Like whenever you make a run check, how good does that make you feel when then it fucking hits, right? Like you see something like, we used to use the whole cow terms, like, oh, there's 3 cows over there, we got 3 blockers, we're good, or 4, and there's too much, let's go the other fucking way, right? Like you see
cows?
Yeah, you like that term or no?
No, I probably wouldn't use it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm
perfect. Perfect. That was an old school line coach that did that.
I've been with you a lot of places. I've never heard of cows. Like moo.
Like moo.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's an old school line coach that used to say that. Hey, listen, if there's 3 over there, we got 3 blockers, we're good. If there's 4 over there, we're 3.5 because he's down the middle. We're gonna go the other way.
That's good math, by the way.
Cows though.
Good math, right? Kind of similar to Hugh's math last week. Something, at least my math adds the fuck up.
Don't say cows to Campy. That will confuse Campy. He'll be like, wait.
Oh yeah, we can't do that. No, but I do take pride in the run game stuff. Just making sure we're all on the same page. And I let the center ID that and go from there. But yeah, we had a trick play called, a little double reverse basically. We had condensed splits, and just the way they were pressuring with those reduced splits, they make it look like they're playing cover 2, but the corners are actually firing. So got out of that, and we came back to it the very next play. So that, like I said, taking care of the ball, eliminating negative plays, that would, to me, be one of the better plays that I had yesterday. Just recognition, getting out of it, and just so we can run it again the next play.
I mean, you said on film, on Fox, you could hear you saying, I don't like where that guy's at. Green dose, green dose, green dose. Probably need to change that code word up.
I'll probably change the code word on that one.
We don't need to talk any more about it. Cause no, don't give anything else away about any colors or anything like that.
But I didn't realize I was verbalizing my
and it worked, right? That was a huge check by is it Chuba or Chuba?
Chuba.
There we go.
Chuba Hubbard had a great run on that.
Yeah, he did. Broke a couple tackles. I don't even know how he stayed up on that one. But he showed up to the game. He's from Canada. He showed up to the game in a Canadian tuxedo. He meant business yesterday.
Love that move. Yeah. Great move.
Well, Alan Quay also stepped his game up. This is not a dry fit that he is wearing. This is a regular cotton T-shirt.
I just didn't recognize him.
Well, he's classing it up. He's about,
Still got Crocs on, don't worry.
Yeah.
Is it
and the Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah. This is for the Navy SEALs. I spent the whole month out in Coronado and really became one with the town. And there's a company out there, former Navy SEAL guy, developed this shirt, I think Drew follows him on Instagram. Good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
It fits you well. You look good.
Yeah, I got to lose weight, man. I put on the same amount of weight that my wife did whenever she was pregnant. It's not good. That's not good. Problem is, she gets it off. I didn't get it off.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, now he's become an MMA fighter, too, though. He started training MMA style with Jay Glazer.
Yeah, a couple former UFC guys.
Hitting
mitts twice a week.
We're not even joking right now. He's hitting mitts twice a week.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
He's getting to his fighting weight.
Drew, did you tell AQ about my rookie year training camp?
No.
What'd you do?
The Browns had Jay Glazer and MMA people come in and train. Like, we're over there hitting bags.
Quarterbacks too.
And Terod looks over there. Terod was there and he's like, nah, dog, I ain't doing that. Like, tell me how that's going to make me a better quarterback and I might do it. No. And Terod was, Terod.
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell did show up. That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, that dude's a badass.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's fought for a living. He doesn't move very well anymore.
AQ's not looking to fight. He's just looking to train.
Just looking to train.
Let's clear that up right now.
The minute they start rolling around on the ground doing like jiu-jitsu and all that stuff, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. So fast.
No ground combat for you.
No ground combat. I'm just hitting mitts. That's it. All right, let's wrap this thing up. Baker, we appreciate you so much coming on with us every week. Big win. Keep the thing rolling. Get to 2-2 this week and keep pounding.
There we go.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, guys.